Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Bree. I haven't done a top 25 in a while, I apologize. Today we're looking at the top 25 dance songs of all time. Now, I define a dance song as a song that was created specifically by the studio with the express purpose of being played in clubs and proms and on the radio and etc., with the purpose of getting people to tap their feet and dance. And I'm talking up-tempo dance songs, not slow songs. Now, a lot of these dance songs are going to be in the same vein as disco or house or stuff like that. But we're talking about the mainstream pop hits. We're not talking about... Yes, I love techno. I love what's it called? Big beat. I like a lot of trip hop and house and electronica and trance and some acid and industrial. I like electronic dance music. Some of this stuff is electronic, but it's what we call club music, not necessarily rave music. It's a subtle difference. If you grew up in the 90s, you know what I'm talking about. Now, I tried to put more modern songs on here, because I used to be a wedding DJ. I'm familiar with the dance hits, some of them that are out there, LMFAO, Far East Movement, and etc. But they don't have the staying power that a lot of these songs on this list have. So I apologize if there's no more modern dance hits and you're going to be like, what the fuck? Hey, this is my list. But I think these are the greatest dance songs of all time. They've got the most impact on... These are the songs that still, to this day, if you go to a prom or a wedding or a sporting event, some or most of these songs are going to get played. Maybe remixes, or they're getting sampled by DJs. But these are the best of the best, the cream of the crop. The ones everybody jams to. At number 5, we have... Venga Boys, We Like to Party. Who didn't tap their feet to this fucking song back in the day or ever since? And the good thing about We Like to Party is the Venga Boys actually did a whole bunch of remixes of this song over the years. So whatever flavor of dance music is your cup of tea, they provided it. Number 24 is going to get a groan. I promise you're going to groan when I say number 24. You were fucking shaking your ass to this song back in the day. Don't fucking lie to me. I know you did. I was there. I saw it. It's Whoop There It Is by Tag Team. Yeah, it's played the fuck out, but it's a classic for a reason. It's like YMCA by the Village People. Everybody knows Whoop There It Is. Even grandmas that don't know hip-hop or electronic music or the difference between techno and house and trip-hop know what the fuck Whoop There It is. Number 23, Gonna Make You Sweat, Everybody Dance Now by CNC and the Music Factory. Now, CNC and the Music Factory are one of those odd dance electronic bands because they actually do have legitimate rave songs. They've got some techno, they've done a little bit of trance, they've done some house, they did a lot of club dance. But Gonna Make You Sweat was so popular that it got its own video game on the Sega CD. How many fucking songs got a video game? Not very many. This song is in your head right now. You can hear the tune, Number 22 should be higher on this list. Personally, I love this song so much. It was the very first cassette I ever bought, the album that this song is on. It was the very first CD I ever bought. And it was the very first digital album I ever bought on iTunes. I love Technotronic. I love them to death. And Pump Up the Jam is one of the greatest fucking dance songs ever made. But the reason why it's a little bit low on the list is because it is played out True, and it has been remixed to the point where nobody ever listens to the original anymore. They don't. They only ever play remixes, which is fine because it's a damn good song. Remix it to your heart's content. I'm good with that. Number 21, I hesitated putting this song on the list, and the only reason why I put it a touch above Pump Up the Jam is because this song is somewhat forgotten, but when you hear it, you get that warm fuzzies in your heart and like, oh yeah, I remember this. And it's We Got a Love Thing by CeCe Peniston. Now, you might not remember this song until you hear it, but as soon as you hear it, you're going to get the warm fuzzies and you're going to be like, oh yes, I remember this. But you probably don't think of it until you hear it. Number 20, this song is everywhere. It's been remixed to death. It's played at every basketball game in the history of basketball since its inception. Every hockey game, every sporting event ever, you're going to hear this song. It's by 2 Unlimited. It's Get Ready. You know the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, get ready for this? You know the song. Fuck yeah. This is a song you're going to jam to. I don't care who y'all are. Number 19 is one of those smooth techno-y sounding songs. House sounding songs. And I know a lot of people get pissed off when you mix up techno and house. I know the technical differences between the two, but I'm going to use them more or less interchangeably because when I was growing up, that's how we did it. Alright? Thank you. But Rhythm is a Dancer by Snap is one of those heavy hitters that, again, it's one of those songs that you forget about until you hear it, but when you hear it, you're ready to go. You're like, hell yeah, let's go. Number 18 also could be higher on this list because it's a personal favorite of mine. Kylie Minogue is my absolute favorite singer of all time. It used to be Belinda Carlisle for a bit and Debbie Gibson for a bit, but Kylie Minogue won me over. Can't Get You Out of My Mind is her biggest radio hit, and it's the song you're thinking of when you hear the words Kylie Minogue. Number 17 is by Crystal Waters, and it's 100% Pure Love. And this is just so upbeat. It's just a pure bliss to listen to. It's fun to dance to. It's just a fun, good time. Number 16 is another one you probably forgot about, but when you hear it, you're like, yes! This is the stuff. This is the good stuff. This is what I like music for. And it's I've Been Thinking About You by London Beat. This has that smooth, like, you know, techno-y house sounding, high-pitched, squeaky, what the people call bells and whistles, but this has got that nice, funky synth sound that I love. Just fucking love it. Number 15, another one, again, like a lot of the songs on this list, a lot of dance songs, even disco songs, people don't know the names of the songs or the artists, but they know it when they hear it. This is another one, you know it when you hear it, and you're clapping along, and you're like, yeah, this is good. Number 15 is Coco Jumbo by Mr. President. It's a good song. Number 14, This Is Your Night by Amber. This is one of the rare dance songs that crossed over into the top 40 radio hits. Radio stations were playing this song. Every Jock Jam CD or Ultimate Dance Hits, or Now That's What I Call Music Style compilation, had this song on it. Everybody was listening to 100% Pure Love by the Crystal Waters. Excuse me, This Is Your Night by Amber. My eyes got lost. This Is Your Night by Amber. This was a radio hit. Number 13, there are several versions of this song. Everybody's going to have their favorite. But as far as I'm concerned, the dance remix on the end of the album, Get On Up and Dance, by the Quad City DJs of Come and Ride It the Train, is the version, the definitive version of Come and Ride It the Train. This is the one you want. It's the 8.5 minute version. It's got a nice build-up, a good lead. It's got a great tempo. It's very electronic, synthy sounding. The OG original, the one that was on the radio in the music video and MTV, yeah, it's a little hip-hoppy. This is the better version. Number 12 is one of those songs that just hits me in the gut. It just makes me feel like I'm 12 years old again. Jellyhead by Crush. Now, I had their CD. The entire CD is damn good. But Jellyhead is where it's fucking at. I love that song. I'm not gonna lie, I listen to Jellyhead at least once a day. Every fucking day. Same with number 11. Another one, you know the tune when you hear it. Until they start singing, you might mistake it for another song because it's very similar to other songs. But it's More and More by the Captain Hollywood Project. Another one of those, you don't remember the name, but once it starts going, you're like, oh yeah, this is good stuff. This is candy for my ears. Speaking of candy for my ears, we're into the top 10. Now we're getting into the good stuff. And no, not good stuff by the B-52s. Unfortunately, that's not a dance song. That's a separate genre of music. But this one is Around the World, La 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 by A Touch of Class. This was another one that had radio play. Heavy radio play. For good reason. It's danceable, it's catchy, it's smooth, it's upbeat, and it's hella fun. But not as much fun as number 9. And there are a couple of different remixes of this song. As far as I'm concerned, pick your poison, they're all good. But I have been to dozens of weddings. I used to be a wedding DJ. I used to get paid to play songs for people at weddings. This song was the song that got more people to dance than any other song. As soon as they heard the opening lines to this song, everybody jumped up. Grandma was on the dance floor. Everybody. We're talking about Cotton Eye Joe by the Rednecks. You know this song is a heavy hitter when Grandma is jumping and doing backflips when this song is playing. As much of a heavy hitter as Cotton Eye Joe is, and it's a fucking beast of a song, it pales in comparison to the high energy of number 8. This is another song, as soon as I say it, you're scratching your head. I don't know that song. The song is called Techno Syndrome by the Immortals. And you're calling bullshit right now. You're like, nobody knows that song, you're full of shit. Yes, you do. You just know it by another name. This is the Mortal Kombat song. You know, the song where they scream, Mortal Kombat, dun 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 dun. You know that song. Played it during the movie, played in the video game, during the commercials. Got played at every sporting event ever since its inception. This is one of those songs that people play at car shows to show off their car stereos. I don't care how young or old you are, when you hear Techno Syndrome by the Immortals, aka the Mortal Kombat song, your blood is flowing and you're ready to go. Very few songs will pump people up more than this one. Now, number 7 is a very specific remix of this particular song, partially because this is the one that was on all the CDs, it was on the radio, but also because, look, I was 13 when this song came out. I'm a trans woman. I was a little, shall we say, experimental in my sexuality, and this song is a sexual awakening, but it's also a pretty catchy dance hit. And it's ooh, ah, just a little bit. Motivate Mix by Gina G. You hear this song, you're going to want to dance on the dance floor, and then you're going to want to go hit the bedroom and dance in there. You're going to do a different dance, but this song's going to get you going. And that's what a dance song is supposed to do. Number 6 was so pervasive It was so massively successful and insanely popular the year it came out that at midnight, the year it came out, at midnight on New Year's Day, going from New Year's Eve to New Year's, MTV retired this video and swore they would never play it again. It got so much radio play. If you were in a PE class in the 90s, they made you learn this dance. The President of the United States and the First Lady were doing this dance on TV. You know I'm talking about the Macarena by Los Del Rio, the Bayside Boys mix. You know the dance, you know the song, your mom knows it, your grandma knows it, your goddamn dog knows it. This song is a fucking beast. And you want to say it's played out, but I'm going to tell you what. You go to a wedding, you put this song on, people are dancing. I promise you. I was there. Number 5 is one you might remember the name when I tell it to you, and you can hear the jam in your head, and you're like, oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is the good stuff. Now we're in the top 5. This is Mr. Vane by Culture Beat. Now we're getting into the songs that I literally tear up when I hear them. They're so goddamn good. They're so moving. It's like, oh yes, this is dance music. This is what I'm fucking on this earth to hear. This is the music God created specifically for me. And hopefully you too. Number 4, I have to put an asterisk on this one because it's a little controversial today due to a, shall we say, alleged ties to Nazis. We're going to sweep that under the rug because it's been denied, hasn't been confirmed, and I don't give a fuck. This song makes me cry when I hear it. Every time I tear up, this song is so beautiful. It's a dance song that moves me, and it's My Mind, Mindless Mix by Ace of Base. You cannot play anything by Ace of Base without somebody going hells to the fucking yeah. They are the fucking kings and queens of dance pop music. Every song they've ever made is a goddamn hit. A gem. This is the best song they ever put out. I will die on that hill. Number 3 not only makes me tear up, but I cannot hear this song without tapping my feet or snapping my fingers. This is such a beautiful dance song that has another asterisk because unfortunately the artist who created this song died in a plane crash, because that happens. And it was hauntingly beautiful before she passed away, and it's still hauntingly beautiful to this day. And you know I'm going to get the name wrong, but I'm talking about Be My Lover. And I'm going to say LeBach, but I've also heard it LaBouche. You know who I'm talking about. Be My Lover is the goddamn gold standard of tech, house, club, dance, pop music of the 90s. This is the song that everybody else was trying to emulate. But it's not as good as number 2 and number 1. Number 2 was the very first dance pop song I ever heard. And it should be number 1 because I tear up when I hear it. And it's a beautiful song. And it's got a fantastic music video. It got heavy, heavy radio play. You know the song when you hear it. And this song has the melody that gets stuck in your head. And it's very similar to Be My Lover. But it's just a little tiny bit better. The song is Call for Love, Automatic Lover by The Real McCoy. Oh my god, this song is an experience you have to have. And I have that experience every day because this song is so goddamn perfect. And as perfect as this song is, there's actually a song that transcends music. It transcends genre. And it is the greatest dance song to have ever been composed. And actually, it would be number one on this same list, and it would be this song for the first 25 spots, and then every other song beneath it. It is so high above every other song on this list. The number one greatest dance song of all time. It has its own dance, not as goofy and cheesy as the Macarena. It is made famous on YouTube. It's been used in memes, a very specific music video we'll talk about after I tell you the song. It was used in a Saturday Night Live skit, and it was also heavily used in some movies and radio play. The greatest dance song of all time. Remember this? Yeah, you do. What is Love by Hathaway? I don't give a fuck who you are. You cannot bob your head when this song is playing. This is the song that the gods chiseled for us as a thank you for existing. What is Love by Hathaway is so far and away above every other dance song. I've already made a list of the greatest songs of all time. I kind of put this song on that list too. I cannot express in with words how magical it is listening to What Is Love by Hathaway. This song gets in your soul. And yeah, the music video on YouTube I'm talking about, look it up. What Is Love, Hathaway, Silent Hill. You're going to laugh your ass off. But you're also going to get the feels. This song gives you the feels. You'll notice there's not any disco on here. Disco is a separate category. I'm going to do a top 25 disco list separate. Because disco, while there are some disco songs that would belong on this list, I'm calling this dance songs, specifically the genre, dance. In the 90s, we had a genre we just called dance songs. That's what these are. It's not necessarily the top 25 best songs to dance to. It's specifically the top 25 songs that fall in what we called in the 90s just dance or club dance songs. Some people would say most of these songs are house or tech house. We're not going to get into semantics. Great list. I've already made this entire list on Spotify. You can get this entire list on playlist on Spotify. Send me a message and I'll tell you how to get it. Stay cool.